Hello everyone and welcome to what promises to be another riveting episode of What's Up Your Asheville, LaZoom Tour's weekly local news update. My name is Ben Kutschied and we've got a hell of a show planned for you today. We're going to be joined later on by Beer Man, local superhero Beer Man. He's going to be giving us some quarantine workout tips. But first, the news. We're on quarantine day number whatever. And by now, you've been at home for at least several long, hard days without any new episodes of The Tiger King to keep you company. You're probably wondering what to do with yourself. Well, with everything that's been going on, it may have escaped your attention that it's Easter weekend. We're not supposed to be gathering in large groups this weekend, but I, for one, hope that you get to spend the holiday with your peeps. Unfortunately, the Easter Bunny this year, I'm told, has been furloughed.
No.
Because he has fur.
No.
Okay. We'll have Kyle cut that joke before we post this. Just kidding, kids. The Easter Bunny's job is safe. He'll be dropping off your baskets on the curb. No worries at all. Your parents will bring them in and sanitize them. It's all going to be perfectly safe. At least one person, however, has not been obeying social distancing guidelines this holiday weekend. Unfortunately, Jesus was issued a Class 2 misdemeanor for violating those guidelines. Look at, first of all, there's 13 of them. That's too many. Secondly, they're all over each other. That's too much, even when there isn't a pandemic. Look at Judas Iscariot. He's like 6 feet, boomer! I'll hit you with this sack of quarters. Peter does his own research on YouTube and thinks the coronavirus is caused by 5G internet. Why do I sound like this? I don't know. Buncombe County officials have announced that they are extending the stay-at-home order indefinitely. But they do plan to loosen restrictions on certain industries. Changes will allow churches this weekend to hold drive-through services where congregants can worship from inside their cars. That's great. County officials are, however, reminding Catholics to turn off their engines after the first hour so they don't die of carbon monoxide poisoning. Ave Maria. Moving right along, right next door in Kentucky, the governor has announced plans to record license plates of anyone attending public Easter services and then to force them into quarantine for 14 days. Meanwhile, Jesus was only forced to quarantine for 3 days. Some churches have been using plexiglass, actually, as a way to be able to give their congregants communion. The priest walks up to your car with a sheet of plexiglass with a little hole in it that they can slip the wafers through. I'm told that the Catholic Church is calling it a glory hole. In related news, Ingalls Markets is also installing plexiglass in order to separate customers from their cashiers as if we're at a rowdy hockey game or a questionable strip club. But it makes sense. If salads need sneeze guards, so do people. Another thing that they're starting to do is that they're putting in one-way signs for all of the aisles, and that seems perfectly reasonable too. It's the speed bumps that I think are going to be difficult to navigate. I'm not sure why they think having these one-way signs is going to work, however. Have you ever seen people in Asheville trying to use a traffic circle before? It's like they're driving in Europe for the very first time. It's ridiculous. Something else that you might have missed is that tax season is right around the corner. Tax day is coming up, but don't worry. Residents of North Carolina have been given an extra 3 months to file their taxes. The deadline to file has been pushed all the way back to July 15th, which means that I will be filing my taxes on July 14th this year. And finally, Sunny Point Cafe, a local favorite, that most recently found itself on Yelp's list of 100 best places to eat in the U.S. in 2020. Sunny Point Cafe has been working very hard to find creative ways for their customers to continue enjoying their signature dishes. They've started offering heat and eat comfort meals. The idea is that you place your order ahead of time, you show up at Sunny Point, they stick the food in your trunk, you take it home and finish preparing it yourself. It's pretty cool. Sunny Point has found the perfect way to give customers the authentic Sunny Point Cafe experience of waiting at least 2 hours before you get to eat your food. And now we know gyms are closed. Not everybody is very good at doing work at home, including working out. Here with more tips on how to work out during quarantine is local superhero, Beer Man. Thank you, Beer Man. That was enlightening, I think. I'd like to play a little game for next week, everybody. If you would do us a solid, please share this. And then in the comments, if you would leave us what you're doing to stay in shape, your own quarantine workout tips, we'll read those on next week's episode. We'll read a couple. And whoever we think has the coolest idea for how they're staying in shape, the coolest post, we'll give you 2 free tickets to be redeemed sometime in, I think it's 2025. 2025, that's when we'll be back. That's our show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and now, your weekly tip from Sister Bad Habit.
Wash your hands like you have poison ivy. Scrub between the fingers, you dumb bitch.
Now, to all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches.